Audio Jungle.
Approved by the council. One is the rehabilitation, a new contract for the rehabilitation of Maraban, Kankara, Fontua Road in Katsina State. Second one is the award of contract for the construction of 258-kilometer three-lane carriageway, a component of the 1000 Sokoto Badagry Superhighway, Section 2, Phase 2A. And is to be done, it's in KB section and is to be done with a continuous reinforced concrete pavement. And it excludes all bridges and flyovers. And it's awarded today. Second one is the contract for the construction and dualization of Afibo, Uturu, or Kiwe in Ebonyi, Abia, and Imo State, Section 2. It's approved. The third one is the Bodo Boni Road under Julius Berger. The Federal Executive Council approved additional 80 billion to complete that project, bringing the total cost to 280 billion under Julius Berger, and that is Bodo Boni in River State. The next is the Third Bridge. The Third Bridge was executed under emergency work. When you have emergency work, you have to get going and then measure the work and then appear to send all your measurements and quotations to the BPP. And that's what we did. At the time that we got into office, the Third Bridge was a nightmare. The deck, there was pavement differentials of over 1 foot. And that was causing a lot of accident and hold up and constituting dead load to the Third Bridge. So that has been done. And it's also extended to Falomo and Queen's Drive. It also came with solar light. Yesterday I inspected the observation room. We have observation room we built by the sea line, and the essence of it is that all through the length and breadth of the route, the security agencies will be within that observation room, and they will be able to check everything happening within the length and breadth of this Third Bridge. And we give response time to respond to any eventuality for 10 minutes. So the contract covers about 4 security vans and the 1 speedboat. They will all be within the observation room. The job of the CCTV is about 95% done. And that is going to be very helpful, and that is what we are also proposing for all our federal highway that we are tolling. We are not only putting solar light, we are also putting CCTV camera, have relief stations where observation will happen, and so that will eliminate all the road blockage. So that was approved today. We have 14 road projects and bridges that we were approved for construction. They were badly affected by floods, and some of the bridges were being threatened. We have Ado Ekiti, Afe Babalola in Ekiti State. We have JB Lamba Road in Adamawa State. We have Koko Besa Zaria Kata Road in Kebbi State. We have construction of Ngotug to Demeshi Road. We have the Amasiro Bosi Uburi Shago to Enugu State. We have Awo Iwe Ata, 20.3 kilometer, phase 1. We have a Bom Road in Cross River State. We have the Ilesha Eti Oni, East and Oke Igbo, Ondo State, phase 1. We have construction of Ilesha Eti-Oni, Okigbo, Ondo State Section 2. We have that's Section 1. We have Eti-Oni Road on Atakumosa, East Osun State. We have Lafia Shandam Road in Plateau State. We have a section of Abakaliki-Afikpo Road, Section 1. We have dualization of Bodo Ken Kiti Koroma Road in River State. And we have the dualization of Afikpo Uturu Okigwe Road in Ebonyi, Abia, and the Imo State. These 14 roads were awarded, and you have a contract for the repair and rehabilitation of Gamburu Bridge along Gamburu Ngala Kala Bade Road in Borno State. We have approval of 2 number contracts of routes. One is the Cross River to Ferekwe Road, and the other one is Kaba in Kogi State down to Ado Ekiti Road in favor of CCACC. We have the Abuja Kano Road, 82 kilometer dualized. It's a project of Julobeja that is been ongoing, and we inherited from past administration. About 62 kilometers was completed for a total sum of 393 billion and paid. And so when we came on board, Beja sought to review the entire project. Don't forget that the initial cost of the project was 155 billion, and the past administration reviewed it to 797 billion. And when we came on board, Beja insisted that the reviewed contract sum should be 1.5 trillion. We didn't have that money, and the coordinating minister and myself, we went through the road by ourselves and had strategic meeting with Beja. Eventually, I sought the approval of Mr. President to dismember the project into 3 so that 2 sections could be done on tax credit, and Beja could do 1. So the first section is 38 kilometers. It has not been brought to council by 2. It's to be done with concrete. The second section is Beja, and that is 82 kilometers by 2, and it's to be done with asphalt that they have been working with. And the third section is Bua, which is just 17 kilometers to be done on concrete. And so today, FEC approved that of Julobeja because the other 2 were not before FEC. And so for a total contract sum of 740 billion. If you remove approximately 400 billion paid by the last administration, then what is left is about 400 billion. That is, the 340 billion. That is what the contract sum for the 164 kilometer will be. And that's what FEC approved today. And then FEC also approved rehabilitation of Abuja. Yeah, that is the one that I've just read. Then FEC noted the meeting that the National Council of Engineering had in Ebonyi State, and the terms of reference of the council was to formulate policy and implementation, institutional strengthening, adoption of continuously reinforced concrete pavement for our roads, integrated financing and alternative funding for roads and bridges. So a number of approvals were made by the council based on the edict establishing them, and FEC were invited to note such approval as made by council. And lastly, or second to the last, is a noting of the construction of Bama to Banki Road in Borno State. It's just that the elements of the road changed, but the contract sum did not change. So we needed to inform FEC. Then lastly is the Lekki Deep Seaport. I hope I've mentioned the Lekki Deep Seaport, the service lane, were approved today by FEC for construction because the congestion is already building up there. The carriageway being done is, there's a traffic jam, and there is a need to have the service lane. So FEC approved that. And lastly, we discover from my inspection yesterday that we have over 3,000 of fuel trucks that were queuing for the Dangote fuel lifting. And they were all parked on the newly constructed road. Technically, and by design, the roads were never built for static loads. And so it has a lot of effect. And so we're going to have the same thing we have in Apapa that damaged the entire road until it was constructed on concrete. So what FEC approved today is that the land that we have, federal government land, we should put it for concession so that concessionaire could bid, and whoever that wins it will be able to build a park. And so it's a park that will be towed so that all those trucks could safely park, over there. And the pavement of such a park is quite different from the pavement of the road. So this is what FEC approved today.
Audio Jungle.